Basic building blocks of Android. So we have 5 basic building blocks, which are also known as components of Android: activity, services, broadcast receiver, content provider, views. In this video I'm going to discuss only the first and last one, that is activity and views. So we talk about in the middle, services, broadcast receiver, content provider in detail in further subsequent videos. The first one is activity. What is an activity? It is a screen through which a user can interact with the application. So screen means it doesn't mean mobile screen. So it is a screen of an application. Sometimes the mobile screen is of limited width and height. There is no limit for activity screen. So if it doesn't fit the mobile screen, we can scroll up and scroll down the activity or screen. It contains 2 modules. The first one is an XML file. Second one is Java file. An XML file defines the user interface of the application. See, this XML file contains views or controls. So examples are text view, button, edit text, text box, etc. So these are just like HTML tags. So these are XML tags, we can say exactly. And the second one is a Java file, which contains some action code to handle the user interface control. Whatever the interface controls we have defined in an XML file. So for those controls we write action code in Java file. That means this file contains the action code of the controls defined in the XML file. Okay, we have already seen. Next. So an activity always starts with an intent. Then what is an intent? An intent is a message passing mechanism telling the Android application what the user is asking it to do. So an intent is clearly a message passing mechanism. We can shift from one activity to another activity through this intent. That means one activity may pass a message to some other activity because of this intent. So we can move forward or we can move backward from one activity to another activity just because of intent. And the last building block is views. Views are also known as controls. So we can use either of these 2 words synonymously. Views are user interface controls that collectively make up the screen of an application. So we can make up the screen of an application with the help of views. So there are several views: button, text view, text box, edit text, etc. So these views or controls are placed inside the layouts. What is a layout? So in no time we are going to discuss layout. Layout is an arrangement of user interface controls. So we can place buttons, text views, text boxes, all these combinations. So some are required, sometimes some other are not required. So whatever it is, so we can use the combination of all these views or controls in a layout. So layout is synonymous with view group and container. So these are the synonyms for layout. So what is a layout? It is a group of arranged views on an activity. That's all. And coming to an important point. So we have discussed 2 modules related to an activity. So we have separated user interface controls and the action code behind that user interface controls. So why this separation is done in Android system? So what is the idea behind this? So the idea of separating the user interface controls from the action code is to isolate the presentation layer from the business logic, allowing developers to change the UI without rewriting the code itself. That means, suppose I have defined one view called text view. So behind that, the action code is written in Java file. So text view control is available in XML file, and the action code related to text view is available in Java file. Suppose if I want to change text view control size, whatever it may be, either height or width, then we can change without touching the action code. We can change in XML file itself without touching action code that is present in Java file. So that is the logic behind this separation of UI controls available in XML file and the action code available in Java file.